in when they struggle? What would you recommend for them?
Don't be afraid to not be perfect. You're going to mess up here and there. You're going to figure out some of the foods that you used to like. You just can't eat the same. My biggest thing was Caesar salads until I figured out that it's like 12 points for 2 tablespoons of dressing. And I used to have 2 of them on a salad. And so now I can go, and I can eat maybe not even 1, and I'm good to go. And it's just figuring out how you work the system and what works for you. So time management also, that was the worst. I'd always be like, I don't want to go work out, it's so late. And now I get off work and I look forward to going to work out. So, and I'm like, I gotta go, and then I'll go eat dinner. So.
All right. So what are some of the biggest changes? You talked about activity, you talked about making different choices. What would you say the number one thing has been to help you stay focused?
Having somebody to keep me accountable, coming with people that I know to help each other keep accountable, being able to come in every week and say, hey, I lost so much, how much did you lose? And they can tell you that they did lose too. That's the best feeling, is having somebody that you can hold just as accountable as you can as yourself.
What if you come in and they've gained? How can you help them?
Then I just tell them, you know what? This week's a new week. You know what you did wrong last week. Track it. Pay attention to what you take. And just count. Get your activity.
Okay. Good. Anybody have a question for her? Now, we've seen all of us in different ages here that have lost weight. And I'm tickled she came because she's from the younger group that's very active, but they all, but yet they also have different eating habits, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh, yeah. And I sit right by the microwave at work, and I work with a lady that's from Germany, and so she's making all this awesome German food. And then I have another lady that's from China, and she's always making awesome Chinese food, and I have to smell it all the time. And so I just keep my healthy snacks with me, and it helps me get through the day.
So that routine of packing a snack before you go.
Yeah. I have an orange in my purse or banana in my purse all the time. Good. Terry makes fun of me, but it works.
Okay. It's your healthy snack. It makes a difference, right?
Yeah.
That is awesome. Anybody else have a question for her? I think you're so, yes.
Oh, I'm glad she's trying to encourage her friends, because the young people really need to hear this message.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really do. And to know that it's just a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. My best friend, while she was home for Christmas break, she's like 5'11", and she finally told me, she's like, I'm going to do it. And so she's in Waco, back at Baylor, and she's doing Weight Watchers.
Good.
And then I have one that's from Dallas. She just got back to Canyon, and she was like, can I go with you? And I was like, absolutely, come on, let's go.
And that's good. So you encourage others. And it's really good to have support. So in your meetings, you find support, right? She comes on Monday night.
Absolutely. Terry, he's been a lifesaver for me.
Good.
So if I've had any questions, I just Facebook him, even though I'm most of the time giving him a hard time.
Okay, good.
And he'll help me out.
Good. Anybody else have a question? When you have a struggle, how do you handle it?
Either I will, use my rollover points, or I'll go earn some activity points. It makes me feel better that what I did wasn't so bad, and I can make up for it. And tomorrow's always a new day.
Okay, good. We talked about that earlier. It's one meal. It's one day. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. And if you approach it that way, then it's okay. All right? And those 49 extra really make you feel that you can anything. Right?
Yeah. The first couple weeks I used them. Now I don't, not so much anymore. So.
Maybe
and you don't have to, don't feel obligated to use them, because I don't.
But you can if you want to. They're there, and that's what I love about it. It's like looking at that cheesecake and saying, I can have you if I want you. That's a whole different attitude, isn't it?
You get control over it.
Okay, because you're in control. Haley, thank you for sharing with us, and I gave her some flowers back there. We appreciate your coming and sharing with us. And I think I mentioned the earlier meeting here we all have done this together. We're all in different stages. Like I have been free for 22 years. It's because I almost live here. I told someone that when I retire, I'm going to surprise everybody. When I retire, I'll probably be sitting in one of those chairs. because I know I need accountability. I can't do this by myself. Did you find that's true?
Yeah, without the meetings, I can almost guarantee you I couldn't have done it.
Yes.
So,
And
it,
so
it
that-
helps to have people that you can share your stories with, and they can share your stories. Even if they're not always the best, we're all going to mess up.
Yes. And it's okay. Forgive
Yeah.
yourself and go right on. And I loved it when you said we're not looking for perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be persistent, okay? And so here at the center last year, right here,